Hey, what's up, spooky fam? I primarily talk about horror on this channel because it's my main passion, but I do so let's today talk about my non-horror favorites. I'm getting a little jumbled because this is going to be an ongoing series. I will make a letterboxd list corresponding to this series as well if you would like to follow along. I have kind of a weird taste in films, but we're gonna get into that. So if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more. Check out all of my links down below if you would like to see any more of me or support the channel any further. Let's get into the first part. These are not in order. There is nothing ranked here. These are just movies being spit at you that I really, really love. Okay, so before we begin, I want to preface this by saying I love weird comedies. I have a very specific brand of humor that I really love. I really enjoy films that are centered around music in some way, shape, or form. And I just love dramatic, perhaps disturbing situations in films. And that's where I'm gonna preface this whole series of my favorite non-horror picks. So starting off with number 10 and Frank from 2014. A young wannabe musician discovers he has bitten off more than he can chew when he joins an eccentric pop group led by the mysterious and enigmatic Frank. And this one, if you haven't seen it, stars Michael Fassbender, who I have named his nickname is The Machine. If you've seen the movie Shame, I feel like perhaps you understand why. Anyways, it also stars Domhnall Gleeson, and it is just such a fantastic film. Just the soundtrack alone, the songs that the band, the group in the film, the music they play is so authentic, and it's so good, and it's so interesting, and I just love it so much. Alright, I warned you. Number 9, we have Happiness from 1998. The lives of many individuals connected by the desire for happiness, often from a source considered dark or evil. And you guys know I love anthologies, and this is less an anthology and more just an entangling web of people's stories, but it's quite disturbing, and it's I've seen it 4 times. I feel like I'm just gonna leave you there. I love that movie. Oh no. At number 8 is a movie that I love and want to recommend, Dinner in America from 2020. An on-the-run punk rocker and young woman obsessed with his band go on an unexpected adventure through the suburbs of the American Midwest. And this one stars our horror king, Kyle Gallner. I love the crossover. It is just a really good movie with another film with really cool music throughout. Moving on to number 7 and 1989's The Cook, the Thief, His Wife, and Her Lover. The wife of an abusive criminal finds peace in the arms of a regular guest in her husband's restaurant. Not only is this film so suspenseful and so full of amazing tension, not only sexual tension but real tension, it is an influence on possibly one of my favorite movies of all time, Hereditary, and for that I love it alone. But It also stars Helen Mirren, who is my woman crush forever. I am obsessed with Helen Mirren, and if you know that film. Number 6 is another film that I've seen probably upwards of 5 times, and it gets funnier every single time I see it. Greener Grass from 2019. Suburban soccer moms constantly find themselves competing against each other in their personal lives as their kids settle their differences on the soccer field. And let me tell you, this movie alone is one of the movies I can tell you is my brand of humor. I love stupid. I love stupid, just oversaturated stupid humor. I watch so much horror that I love something that really makes me laugh and that I can just turn my brain off and have mindless laughter time. And Greener Grass honestly is so incredible. If you haven't seen it, there's a short film to the full-length feature, and Alex and I quote it all the time. At number 5, we have Drop Dead Gorgeous from 1999. A small-town beauty pageant turns deadly as it becomes clear someone has to win and someone has to die. And I have loved this film since 1999. It is just the definition of camp for me. It is so funny. Kirsten Dunst, Denise Richards, Brittany Murphy's in it, so many good performances, but it's also kind of controversial and kind of hard to find, so I'm really happy that I have it on DVD. Alright, another film, don't say I didn't warn you, The Death of Dick Long from 2019. Dick died last night, and Zeke and Earl don't want nobody finding out how. That's too bad though, because news travels fast in small town Alabama. And when I tell you this is making light of a horrible situation, this is based on, if you guys have ever heard about Mr. Hands growing up, this is a film that's pretty much about that situation, but it's trying to literally make light. It's very heavily leaning into comedy, but shock value comedy, and it is A24, and you may be seeing it on another list coming up. Moving on to number 3, and Clerks 2 from 2006. The fallout from Clerks 1 sends Dante and Randall looking for new horizons, but ultimately they settle for a fast food empire, movies. I love Clerks. I have the Clerks 2 screenplay. I love the film so much. I just love Kevin Smith. We just recently watched Kilroy Was Here, which had absolutely no business being an NFT. We'll talk later at the end of the month. But I just love Kevin Smith. I respect his brand of humor. Number 2, moving on to The Favorite from 2018. I love Yorgos Lanthimos so much. England. Early 18th century, the close relationship between Queen Anne and Sarah Churchill is threatened by the arrival of Sarah's cousin, Abigail Hill, resulting in a bitter rivalry between the two cousins to be the Queen's favorite. And let me tell you, Rachel Weisz and Emma Stone in this movie, you know, it's a hot and erotic period piece. Anyways, moving on to a film that I made Alex watch last night, and I wanted to put number 1 on this list because I just love it so much. We watched Hot Rod, and if you guys know, you know. I cannot believe this was from 2007. Self-proclaimed stuntman Rod Kimball is preparing for the jump of his life to clear 15 buses to raise money for his stepfather Frank's life-saving heart operation. And you guys, I just love The Lonely Island so much. They have a podcast now kind of recapping all of their digital shorts and all of their like stuff, and after listening to the podcast, I wanted to go back and rewatch Hot Rod, and it's even funnier like the 4th time around. It is just my brand of stupid, and I love it so much. The Cool Beans segment, if you know, you know, it's just so funny and so stupid. So on that note, I will leave you there. That is the first 10 of my favorite non-horror movies. Don't forget to check out the Letterboxd list linked down below. Let me know some of your favorite non-horror movies, and I will see you guys very soon. Sayonara, spooky fans.